was rushing. I'm gonna let in TikTok. Give you guys a minute. Let me make sure I have all the settings right. Okay. All right. Hey everybody. Gonna give everybody a second. Hey gang, come on in, come on in, come on in. Good morning to those of you in the States who celebrate Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Good morning, guys. Come on in. Grand Rising. How is everybody today? How was yours? Good. La Mezladida. I probably said that shit wrong. Okay. What's good, Cheerfully Sweet? What's good, Polly Girl? Okay. Let me start off with a couple things. So last week, my grandson was here, so I wasn't really online. Okay, he lives far. So what's good, Shamika? So when I get a chance to be with him, he is the focus. Okay, so I had to take some time off, but we're back at it. I'm back in the swing, and I have like something going on with my eye. So hey honey, and that's why I'm still wearing my glasses, right? So I'm just, getting a couple things together. As far as my subscribers, I didn't do the questions this weekend, okay? I'm going to do them tomorrow, okay? I'm going to do them tomorrow, all right? And then for Patreon, expect a session this week as well, okay? I just needed some time with my family. My daughter was here, my son-in-law, and it's precious time. You got to take it when you can get it, okay? So that's the first thing I wanted to start with. The second thing I want to start with is, oh my goodness, Venus retrograde. It's finally over, gang. It's finally over, okay? She's still in shadow, but it's finally over. We're coming out of this energy that we've been in. Okay, so it's been a long trek because Venus retrograde lasted a very long time this time. Okay, I absolutely did enjoy myself. And so there's a couple things. All right, tomorrow Jupiter goes into retrograde. Okay, why am I mentioning this? Because although Venus is coming out, Jupiter is going into retrograde. What's good, Project Execute? That energy is really good for going back and, refining things that were left undone. Projects, things, okay? So, the combination, it's a trine right now, okay? So the combination of the Mercury retrograde and the Jupiter retrograde that's going to start tomorrow, this can really give you an opportunity to manifest something that you thought passed you by. Okay? But with Saturn in retrograde in Pisces, it's going to be hidden. Okay? This is going to come, probably with a lot of the thoughts that were rambling in your head during the Venus retrograde. In the next couple of weeks, you're going to start to get a lot of clarity about that. And I feel like that is going to be guiding us to that abundance. But you got to stay vigilant. All right. So let's pull the general energy before we get into the elements, my love. Okay. If y'all could drop a word that tells me how you've been feeling, how was this end of this retrograde for you? Let me know. How'd you wake up this morning? Motivated, right? Like freed, like you almost got a pass to get out of jail, right? Harmonious. Okay. Hey, honey. You had a dark night of the soul. And listen, that could have been very much part of the Venus retrograde because it was forcing us to look at things that aren't ready to make some new moves. Yeah. that weren't really in alignment with what we were trying to do. Okay? So let's see what the collective, good morning, immerse. Okay, so we've been immersed in a lot of emotion. Everything was irritating you, and I am normally passively and peaceful. Yes, but this was, you know, we got 6 planets in retrograde. Actually 5 at this second, but tomorrow returns to 6. Right? So this was causing a lot of highlighting things that, you know, we may feel uncomfortable with, or things that we don't want to necessarily look at. Okay, can we equal out the likes, please, on YouTube? All right, and I feel like, you know, now we're going to start to be able to use all the information that came in during the Venus retrograde in a way that sets us up for Jupiter to bless us. But this is going to take you looking at what has gone down through truthful eyes. It was rough, right? Yes. And finally loving yourself like never before. And that could have came on the back of recognizing that some of the love you was getting was not meeting your needs. Right? So it's like the realization that you have to give that love to yourself first. Now you have Cancer immerse out here with conjunction alliance. Listen, a lot of situation to make up. That's all we do. First you love me, then you hate me. That's a game for fools, right? So this could have been, you know, and I'm talking about all types of relationship. It was showing us what's working and what's not fucking working. What could be fixed, what needs to be released. Why we hold on to the shit. What about us is making us stay? Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm going to do the elements, but I'm doing first, I start off with the general energy for everyone, okay? Spirit, can you show me? Right? Imam Coli. And it was showing everybody had an individual mirror. Walking around with their individual mirror, projecting out what it is that they needed to work on. So understand, thank you, my love, for the gift, okay? For the heart me. I feel like we were all walking around with our individual mirror, and whatever areas you got triggered in, those are shits that you have to work on, right? And other people were being triggered in what was in their mirror, and a lot of times that shit was clashing, right? Oh, I'm so glad you caught me too. You understand? So this feels like even relationships that was flowing, this was going to highlight the shit that ain't working. So you could either correct it or let it go. I think I better let it go. Right? Series nurture. And it feels like after the dust settles, thank you, my love. After the dust settles, what we're left with is the parts of us that need to either A, be nurtured, or relationships that need to be nurtured because they stood, okay? Like they lasted through. I made it through the rain, right? I realized that I seriously desire to connect with my unknown ancestors. Yes, this could be anything that, you know, and that could be because you were going through a situation and they're calling you and you're feeling that need to like get grounded in your roots so that they can assist you. This could be the activation, the time period where they were supposed to come to you, okay? Yeah, trine symbiosis, okay? So now with the Jupiter going in retrograde, this is that second time around where you're gonna get, there was like something you were manifesting and it feels like you just missed the mark. Or like it hit, but it didn't all the way hit. right? And it was because you did like 80% of the work, but there was 20% that you had hidden from yourself, Saturn in Pisces retrograde, right? So whatever that 20% was, this could be an abandonment issue, this could be leftover anger, this could be anything like that. The relationship strain of Venus in retrograde hitting all relationships, who's going to magnify the area that you need to work on. You know, I always tell you guys, I'm working at what you need to handle, because it doesn't matter what the other people are doing, truthfully. Okay? It has to do with strengthening your core to your responses, and that's how you move forward. And sometimes you're the catalyst for these people to move forward too. So if you're concentrating too much on like what you perceive they're doing to you, you're missing the opportunity for your growth to get to where you're going, right? So that's why on this channel we focus on what you need to move forward. It's a different approach. Okay? Can you use tarot to spy? Yes, you can. But is that efficient? If I concentrate on what they're doing, then I'm missing the opportunity to help you. Okay? So I just wanted to, start with that. Okay? Now, the passion card is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like we had a repressed hot girl, hot boy summer. Like it didn't really kick off this year because of the whole, Venus retrograde. Okay? I feel like now with this Jupiter retrograde and Mercury retrograde, it's still going to be a little, I don't want to say murky because I feel like it's going to be clearing up, but expect September to get progressively better. I feel like this fall could represent the repressed or delayed hot girl summer. Okay? So I just want to lead with that. All right. So where's my other deck that I'm okay. Let's drop your elements, guys. Let's see who's going first. Okay. I see water. I see fire. I see water. I see earth. I see water. I see fire. I see fire. I see water. Water. Air. Water. 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 Fire. Water. Earth. Earth. Water. All right. It looks like water's got it this time. Okay. Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, pull up. Y'all will be first. And if you could please follow, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you could follow me on Instagram and YouTube and all the platforms, it would be greatly appreciated. You have persist here, water signs. You have persist here with alive. Magic. Don't give up on us, baby. There's something that is in you. Okay, what's good, Maria? It's underneath, though. Okay? Something happened, water signs, that has... I'm hearing you drop the bomb on me, baby. You drop the bomb on me. So I feel like something that you saw in the mirror about yourself, you didn't necessarily like it. Maybe you didn't agree. Maybe you want to, maybe it was something that somebody said to you that triggered a moment in the mirror. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. And I'm asking him to change his ways. you may not have actively recognized. That's what I'm really feeling. Like something happened that caused maybe some kind of dark night of the soul over the summer. And in defiance of said thing, you were a pleaser. And whatever happened there, it has put a fire in your belly with alive, okay? Magic. It's like, I'm feeling like some realization angered you, but in the way that it angered you, it inspired you to get your mojo back. I got that old thing back, right? Now you're curious about something. You're curious about something. Let's go deeper. Water signs. Spirit, can you show me for Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio? What is it that they need to know? And you're in front of the mirror. You got the Temperance card here, okay? This, whatever this is causing you to want to heal something inside of yourself. Like, I feel like it was triggered by something outside of you to look at something inside of you. And the moment that you looked at something inside of you, you start to heal something, but also it makes you want to desire to heal something outside of you. Okay, so let me pull these cards. Okay, with the Knight of Swords, this could have been an argument or some kind of comment that was said to you that, you know, that stung, okay? With the Page of Pentacles, it represented an opportunity or caused an opportunity. With the Eight of Wands, okay, there's a desire to communicate, or you could be in communication, okay? One more, Spirit. And you have here the Death card, okay? So I feel like this is causing a rebirth, okay? This is for water signs, Six of Wands. You're going to get a victory from this. I feel like this was a very uncomfortable position. I feel like this might not have been work you would have took on, water signs, if it were not for a trigger. I think Spirit tricked you into dealing with something or looking at something that you had been refusing to look at. Okay? That's the energy I'm getting. We're going to clarify these really quickly. Spirit, why is this Temperance card here for my water signs, please? Why is the Temperance card here for the water signs? I thought something flipped. All right. With the Queen of Cups, there was something that you needed to heal within you. Okay, and I feel like you may not have wanted to. You may have been looking at all of these things. Thank you guys for all the love. I greatly appreciate it. You may have been looking at these situations as like, woe is me. Like, why do these things happen to me? Right? Out with the old and in with the new. Right? You could have been coming from like an emotionally depleted place. Okay, Seven of Wands. You could have tried to, this summer was transforming for you. Painful yet, but necessary. Right. So with the Seven of Wands here, this could have been shit that you were resisting to see. And I feel like how you ended up seeing was somebody mirrored that same resistance back at you. In something that you felt needed to be healed in the 3D. Because you could not heal that thing in the 3D that was outside of you, it forced you to have of ascension for you. I feel like it came through a dark night of the soul, but it morphed into personal growth, okay? Which always happens with the dark night of the soul. So you have the Knight of Swords here, Spirit. Why is that? Okay? This could have been an ongoing fucking problem. Okay, with the Knight of Swords, there could have been a conflict that you were avoiding. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, thank you, my love, for the glitter badges and for the music play. If I don't see a gift, please understand that I do greatly appreciate you. It's that I'm channeling. Okay, so with the Knight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, this shit kept happening. You may have tried to go to this person or this situation, whatever this is, to try to have like fix something. I realized that I wanted my marriage more than I let myself believe. I had so much unresolved from the past. Yes, right? So this feels like, let's say you keep having the same fight with your spouse or with your sibling or with your, you know, whatever, right? You keep having the same disagreement. You could have kept going to this person trying to like get them to understand why you felt the way you did. Don't you see what you're doing to me? Seven of Swords. I feel like this person was gaslighting you and acting like there was nothing that they didn't do or something. But Spirit used this person to give you that energy, okay? The reason why Spirit used this person to give you that energy is because the same way that they refuse to see or entertain your perspective is the same way you were refusing to see what was happening within you. So it was almost like Spirit had to mirror back externally so that you could go internal, to force you to go internal, okay? With the Page of Pentacles here and the Knight of Swords, okay? Swords, but this time it comes out with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, the opportunity was, you know, to address the trigger, the anger, the whatever was causing the thing. So it's not to say that you weren't right about how you felt, but there's almost like a lack of accountability. Not like you did something wrong to this person, but how maybe you were kind of using a trigger to not have to look at how you were involved, or more so like how you were let yourself be used towards an end goal. Okay? I'm emotional and I can't let go. Right? Water signs be so emotionally manipulative. LOL. Sorry, water signs. I have all three in my chart, but right? So, and it's not like it's not in the forefront. Okay, so I'm gonna try to give you guys an example of what I mean. Let's say that because somebody wrote about their mom. I'm gonna give a mom example. Let's say, thank you. Let's say that your mom, she didn't have a lot of friends, right? So she made you a friend. So she put things on you that she should have maybe left for her friends, right? So as you started to grow up, okay, thank you for the gifts, my love. As you started to grow up and you started finding your own social group, she could have been jealous of that. Okay? So then now when they get a new friend, a new person comes into their life, and right away this triggering thing that your mother used to do, now you see yourself doing it, but you don't see that. Okay? You don't see that you're doing that. You just feel like left out, right? Okay, so it feels like it's not that the thing is not happening, it's more so the way you interpret it, if that's understandable. Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Okay, with the 8 of Wands here and the 9 of Wands, I feel like you were trying to communicate this to somebody and they were resistant, the same way you were resistant in seeing that in yourself. It's like spirit had to stir some shit up, maybe in your home, 4 of Wands, so that you could get back into the peace and harmony. Because whatever it is that was triggering you, it will happen again, maybe in another form. So you can't just ignore the trigger. You have to expose the trigger, understand the trigger to get the trigger to subside. Will you have a different trigger? Yes. But the point is to, as we find them, to heal them so that we have less triggers, not to like bury them like mines that, you know, you can step on at any time and they go off. Okay. So I feel like, grade made you have to deal with it. Okay. And I feel like this is actually excellent for you. Okay, because you have the death card here. This led to a death and transformation. It also feels like an ego death. There's a completely new beginning here for you. And the 2 of Pentacles, you heal triggers by recognizing what the trigger is. Okay, and then every time, okay, so like let's say your trigger is that when somebody challenges you, you feel, you know, anger, right? Then you have to ask yourself, when was the first time you felt like that? What's the earliest memory that you have of feeling that particular challenge and rage? And that's where the trigger lies. It could be that you felt that you always had to stand up for yourself and nobody was there supporting you, right? You have to look at the root of the problem. Once you understand that, it has less power over you. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? So this is why hiding them never works. Okay, so now that you have with the death card and the Fool, 2 major arcana, that spirit brought this ability to rebirth and start all over again, right? The 2 of Pentacles, you can choose any direction that you want. Tower is here with the 6 of Wands. I feel like if you dig deep enough, water signs, like I'm hearing take it to the limit, right? Where you can manifest whatever it is you want. Remember, I started off by saying that with the Jupiter retrograde, I missed the mark. Okay, so there's another chance to get in vibrational alignment with something, and it's sitting right here. Okay, you could be very shocked that like you dealt with some emotional love trigger, and because of that, your abundance gets blessed. Okay, so don't be afraid to look in the dark places, honey. This is the key to freedom for my water signs. All right, so that's what I have for water. Okay, that is what I have for water. That sounds unknowingly healing a trigger, right? By having to face something that is external, it's bringing to light an internal trigger. Okay, Spirit. All right, guys, drop your elements. Let's see who's next. Thank you, Polly girl. Okay, I see air, I see earth, I see fire, I see fire. Fire, air, fire, fire, fire. Fire, fire, air, fire, fire. Fire, air, earth, fire, fire, air, earth, fire, fire. All right, it looks like fire's in the house. All right, so Aries, Leo, and Sag, pull up. Let us see. Spirit, can you show me what is it that my fire signs play? Love in reverse, okay? And no sunshine when she's gone. Enough, only darkness when she's away. Okay, you got play here with love in reverse. It's hot in here. Okay, with enough, reflect, and journey. All right, fire signs. Some of y'all are on the enough team, and some of y'all are on the play team. Use your discernment as to where you fall in alignment with this reading. Somebody was doing a lot. I'm living my best life, ain't going back and forth with you, right? They weren't listening. I feel like fire signs, you tried to bear the weight of something and you were like, well, it's all right. It's all good. It's all right, right? Where you decided like, I got enough fire for both of us so I could keep the fires burning until the situation corrects itself. But it feels like Venus retrograde was long as fuck. Gonna read it from both ways. And it feels like you had enough of trying to keep the coals burning or the fire lit for the two of you. Friend, family, lover. Now in the reverse, you could have been the one who was like, yo, you're like such a Debbie Downer. I'm just trying to the world, right? You could have been like, yo, like, bro, like you're too much. And feeling like the love was being stifled, okay? Or maybe you was out having hot girl, hot boy summer, but there was nobody that was like really kindling that. And you're like, blah, I'm done with the dating, right? Either way, whatever has caused this, it's a moment to reflect, Virgo season, about the direction of the journey you want to take now. Okay? So let's get you guys some tarot. And YouTube, if we could equal out the likes, please, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for all the likes. I greatly appreciate y'all. Spirit, can you show me what is it my fire signs need to know, please? Two of Swords. There was something you couldn't see or didn't want to see. Six of Swords about going to calmer waters. Thank you guys for all the love. The Fool. The new journey has begun, although maybe you didn't recognize that. With the Page of Cups here, okay? Good morning, Angela. Okay, and the Seven of Swords. Death card is at the bottom of the deck for the fire signs. Like I said, you could be on either side of this. Thank you, my love. You could be on either side of this. You could have been the person that maybe, because it feels like somebody here thought they were ready for some type of commitment, but they weren't. Or they talked a big game. They stood in the way, right? And it feels like you were carrying a lot of this, okay? Now I'm hearing, keep on moving, don't stop, the hands of time, right? So it feels like you were trying to keep the balance, keep it copacetic, keep it pushing, keep it moving forward. But was it slowing you down? Okay, and if you were the person that realize that, you know, maybe this wasn't for you? Were you trying to get out of something, but maybe not necessarily speaking your truth? Okay, Two of Swords is here. Spirit, can you show me? And it comes out with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so you could have been in a committed relationship with somebody. Here is the Knight of Wands, okay? Somebody could have said, let's have a commitment, or started showing that, but they weren't living that. Feels like somebody wanted something emotionally that they were not capable of delivering in the 3D. And that brought a lot of conflict. This also could be love bombing, like, you know, but I feel like this person wasn't love bombing. It feels malicious, but not with malicious intent. In other words, like when the frequency is good, they love hard and they want to dream, because it's the sensation of love that they are in love with, not necessarily people. Six of Swords comes out with the Wheel of Fortune, okay? I feel like there's been times where you thought you were going to calmer waters and something derails it. Yeah, with the Seven of Swords, okay? You find out that they're not telling the truth, they drag their feet, or they're giving you reasons why, like what they just. So I feel like you keep trying to carry the weight of this. Like, are we committed? Are we not? Are we building something? Is this transient? This could be like break up to make up, like I said in the water sign too. Okay, where there could be like, you know, everything could be clicking, and then a fight happens, it gets derailed, they do some, you know, fuck boy, fuck girl shit. Or at least that's how it appears to you, or vice versa, and that derails the plan of moving forward, and you keep trying to like keep it going, right? Now you have the Fool here. Spirit, why is the Fool here? The Fool comes out with the Six of Swords. Listen, and somebody here, whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, whether that represents you or them, is recognizing that this idea of keep doing the same thing over and over and thinking that you can carry the weight of the situation and carry it to calmer waters till that person gets back on track, you know, is causing grief. Not only that, but it's slowing you down, right? You have the Star with the Two of Wands, but you have to make a decision for yourself with the Devil. Is this actually serving your purpose, or is it slowing you down? Okay, so now you have the Page of Cups out here. Spirit, why is this Page of Cups here? And I feel like that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. Right? Solid, solid as a rock. That's what this love is. So I feel like somebody who committed to this, whether this is you or them, really sincerely meant what the fuck they said. And they're occurring. It kept occurring. And with the Page of Cups and the Fool card here, it's like you might have felt let's say you're the person who kept making the like the offer and kept holding on to the situation, right? You might have recognized like, yo, I'm not helping myself by keep holding this situation up because it keeps reoccurring, right? But I feel fucked up because I actually meant my promise. And once I pull out, this person is going to feel a particular kind of way, even though it's because of like the thing that they keep doing, right? So Page of Cups, it's almost like you feel like you need to apologize, whether you're the person who's on the receiving end or not. It's like you're saying, I'm sorry, but I need a new beginning, babe. Okay? It's like, I need a new beginning, babe. So whether you're the Queen of Pentacles in this reading saying, you know what, I've upheld this situation too long. And I feel like I can't bear the weight of this anymore. Or this person, who could be you, right, is feeling like I can't pretend that I'm in this, because we keep going to the same place. I keep telling you that I'm going to do something, but I don't do it. A realization like, damn, this shit, you know, it's like when, what's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? So it's like having to do something, yeah. And somebody who was acting like the Knight of Wands, whether that was you or them, with the Seven of Swords here, thought they were getting away with something, but they may have caused too much heartbreak, okay, because it was really building up resilience and strength, and now somebody is ready to create the Four of Wands, to have peace and harmony. Hi, my love, okay? And with the Knight of Pentacles, it can feel like a slow climb out, okay? But the High Priestess, Spirit is guiding you, okay? Now, you know, was it burdensome? Yes. But that's what had to happen so you could get the clarity about how to move in this situation, okay? Eight of Pentacles, I also feel like this person now is going to be in the opposite scenario. Like once they realize that you're not holding up the thing for them anymore, it makes them wish they had made another choice, okay? Eight of Swords, they may not feel like they have a way out, okay? Because you see the swords are all, but it's a prison of their own making, okay? Queen of Wands, all right, fire signs, that is you. I feel like you're about to get your mojo back, okay? But it had to be about a situation of enough. Like enough is enough is enough, okay? So that's what I have for my fire signs, all right? We have, you claimed this. I'm glad it resonated for you. No, earth and air are left, so drop the elements. If you missed water or fire, you can head over to YouTube and you can rewind. I see earth in the house. I see air. Air, 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 air. Earth. Earth, air, air. Earth. Air, air, earth, air, earth, air, air, air. Let's go, Spirit. Can you show me what is it that my air signs need to know, please? Gratitude. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I dream of. Okay, so now first off, you know, rainbows come after the rain. Do you see that? There comes the rain again, on a melody. Love and space. Release and alive. For some of you, you're coming out of a situation. You was just singing the same song. For some of you, you're coming out of a situation, but I feel like more of yous, air signs, I could be talking to a group that A lot of love relationships transformed for you in the Venus retrograde. Like there were new understandings. What I need from you is understandings. Could have happened in ways that were a little uncomfortable. Could have been realizations, okay, about both of yous and the way you show up and the way you don't show up, okay? I dreamed there were several frogs on my porch. I just woke up, been sick. I don't see frogs as a bad. You can look up the spiritual meaning online in Google. All right. So with the gratitude, love, and space and release, air signs, there could have been some separation energy, okay, or people going to their own corners. This was to get some clarity or to be able to find out, dig down deep what needed to be released, okay? But I feel like something is about to come alive. This could be an emotion, this could be a new direction, this could be a revival of something that needed some space. Okay? Curious, okay? I feel like there's something unknown, okay? And joy. I feel like you have a doubt right now. I feel like this doubt is you don't know how something's going to pan out because of that space. But I feel like a long exhale coming, like, okay? So we're going to get some tarot and take a look. I feel like keep your mind more positive. I feel like this is telling me something about like your worst fears or something. So stop thinking about your worst fears, okay? Because I feel like then you couldn't be calling them. What's good, Jennifer Leroux? Okay, so I feel like that's part of what's happening here. Okay, it's like you're overthinking something, air. Especially with the especially with like the Mercury retrograde, your mind could be playing tricks on you or making you overthink something or seeing something from a skewed perspective. Spirit, can you show me for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, please. You have the Strength card, first card out, okay? I'm feeling a little inflexibility. Maybe you made a decision on the perspective on which you thought or which you're thinking or which you saw, what it appears, right? Venus retrograde, Mercury presented in front of you and you decided, I'm going to stand 10 toes down on that. There goes the Magician coming out with that. Okay, and the Fool card. That's 3 major arcana. There's definitely a new beginning, but you need to be careful you don't trick yourself out of something with this Magician card. Okay, with the 3 of Swords. Didn't I tell you? Because like I felt something, because it feels like there's something that needs more clarity. Okay, let's see what this is in the 9 of Wands, right? It feels like it could cause you more work if you're not really like paying attention. Okay, 7 of Swords. This could be like a self-deception, but I don't want to call it deception. It could be like a skewed perspective caused by what you saw in a retrograde, like how it appeared, how it showed up. Remember, I was saying in the general energy, we're all walking around with an individual mirror that's showing us our individual triggers. Okay? Spirit, can you show me? Strength card with the 9 of Cups. Listen, I'm getting nose despite the face. Don't cut your nose off despite your face. Let's say you got into some shit with somebody or, you know, your partner or whatever, and you go into opposite corners. These opposite corners, it feels like these people benefit each other. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean you got to put up with shit. But if you're not seeing the other person's perspective and they're not seeing yours, and you guys get into a standoff, then what's going to happen is neither one of us, neither person benefits. And it feels like, right, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the Nine of Cups. So in other words, the individuality of what makes, don't get caught up in selfish stuff, air signs, or feeling like that other person's getting caught up in something selfish, because then what, you're both coming from my Nine of Cups and it can't come to the Ten of Cups. Like, it feels like inflexibility, honestly. Okay, maybe you feel like somebody's doing that to you, but you are in your emotions. Under that is the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. There could be an imbalance. Okay, whether it's you or them, there's somebody here who's using emotional energy, like sternly, like the Emperor, not, you know, not being emotionally available, and that causes some kind of cutting off the nose despite the face. Now let's look at the Magician. Spirit, why is this Magician here? The Magician's here with the Six of Cups, right? So even though these people are in a standoff, both of them are manifesting back to when it was nice, back to when it was good. King of Pentacles. This could be like with the Four of Pentacles, okay? So one person could be coming at it from an emotional standpoint, like, I'm not getting what I need emotionally, Nine of Cups. And the other person could be like, you know, well, if you don't want to hear what I'm saying, then I'm financially going to hold back. So they're using two different weapons of mass destruction with the Six of Wands, all in the pursuit of winning, okay? Then the Fool is here and the Fool is there. Both people are fools. I'm just going to keep it a buck. Okay? Spirit, can you show me the Fool? Thank you guys for all the love, okay? This is people not wanting to appear vulnerable, okay? With the Fool and the Seven of Cups, it's an illusion, okay? And it's going to cause more work, because one, if not both people's mask is going to break with the Three of Swords there, right? Seven of Wands, I'm not hurt. No, you're going to hurt. You're going to death and the ending, right? Page of Pentacles, but both people want the opportunity, right? But this is a bad decision. This is like not, you know, it reminds me of like, let's take two people who don't live together. Two people who don't live together. And, you know, the guy goes on a, you know, on a trip with the guys or whatever. And he says, I'm going to call at 9 o'clock. And he don't call at 9 o'clock. And he doesn't call that night at all. And the next day, he doesn't call. Then she calls. And she's like, you know what? You said you were going to call this, that, and the third. Right? I'm not talking to you no more. Don't fucking call me. He gets the message. And he's like, well, you know what? I actually lost the phone. He doesn't tell you this. He actually lost the phone, but he got it returned to him, the front desk, in the morning. He receives your message. Now he's annoyed at an ego, even though he knows that he didn't fucking call you and that possibly you could be thinking some crazy shit. So he doesn't call because he's like, well, you said don't fucking call, right? 12 hours later, you're like, oh, I can't believe you didn't call. Now it's a standoff. This feels something like that, okay? Magnify it to, you know, the level of the conflict in your relationship. But that's what I mean by two different perspectives, okay? Three of Swords with the Three of Swords in reverse. I'm hurt, but I refuse to show that I'm fucking hurt. I wish I fucking would let this motherfucker know I'm hurt. Ten of Wands. Yeah, so what if it's burdening the shit out of me? This is for the air signs, you know, but I'm the Empress. I'm going to wait for this person to come to me. And the Five of Wands, the conflict is just growing. Ten of Swords. Until both of yous cut your own nose off despite your face. You following what I'm saying? All right, with the Nine of Wands here, Spirit, why? Nine of Wands comes out with the Judgment, okay? To the point where both of yous are so sternly standing in your opinions or perspectives. Hello, my love. Okay, Nine of Wands, resisting seeing the other perspective, that, you know, you could actually end up calling this quits. Both of yous, the other meaning of the Judgment card is wanting the reconciliation, but resisting seeing the other person's perspective, all because of strength or ego. That's the same card that we started with. And then being left with all this emotion inside. Queen of Swords and allowing it to fester. Okay, Nine of Swords is both playing in your minds, right? But the Hermit, nobody wants to make the first move. Okay, it's perfect. We called it quits, right? The Six of Pentacles, it feels like neither one of you felt like you were giving equally to each other. Okay, now there is a new beginning here with the Three of Wands. I feel like some of yous are heading off in new directions, singularly in you know, in pursuit of something new that actually works. But some of yous, you know, if the other person will come. Okay, but with the Four of Pentacles, if you keep holding back, you know, that might not be the play. All right, here's the Six of Wands is here. There is a chance for victory. Okay, but it's going to take compromise, air signs. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, it's going to take compromise because it feels like both of yous are not seeing each other's perspectives. Okay, and that's the roadblock. Like, no, you first. No, I first. No, you see what I'm saying? And I feel like that is the thing. You may not understand their perspective and they don't understand yours, and no one wants to be the first to apologize or to you know, make some type of offer. Okay, it's like, you know, like I started off almost in the very beginning. I said this is some cut off your nose despite your face. Okay, so try not to make that. Try not to let your ego be the guiding force right now, okay? Spirit, you're always there. And that may feel why you don't want to apologize. And maybe it's not an apology that you have to do, but you may need to be a little more flexible in regards to like understanding this other person's perspective as well, okay? Spirit, can you show me what you have for the earth signs, please? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What do they need to know, please? Remember, air signs, everything is about the mirror, okay? So this means that, you know, if you're seeing that in them, it also lives in you. I just want to say that for my air signs, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, pull up. Can you show me what is it that they need to know, okay? I have done the fire signs. You can head over to YouTube and rewind there, okay? You have all coming out crossed. Something didn't go as something that you wanted didn't hit. It was underwhelming. All crossed. Hi, my love, with expansive in reverse. You were like, well, that was deflating, or that I expected it to be much more. Fluid. I feel like, you know, came out crossed, you know, not completely crossed, but I feel like something that you felt should have come like natural or something like that, like it didn't happen as smooth, as beautiful as you envisioned it, and I feel like there's disappointment. Heard. Okay, you may not, because it also slightly diagonal, you may not have felt heard. I also feel like when this thing that didn't come in the way that you you know, envisioned it, you might have got cracked open and said some shit, like something from your solar plexus, like you fucking threw up. Curious. Somebody could have acted like they didn't hear you, or they could have, they could be unsure if they heard you right. Okay, this is put a pause on the journey. Like, now what? I also feel like, my earth signs were walking down the road, and then when you finally got to that goal, it didn't hit the way it was supposed to hit. And I feel like you know, you can't go back. You could keep going, right? But maybe you just decided, like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit right here because I'm fucking tired. Right? This is like a moment of like, I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just gonna sit down. Okay? Now you have journey and bliss here. So something is about to change. Because maybe that's how you expected it to be, was bliss, and instead it was so frustrating. The journey was so frustrating and the outcome was so deflating. Okay? Earth signs, I feel like you don't know whether to forgive the moment for it not being everything that you wanted it to be, or forgive yourself for even thinking it could be that. It's like, that's why you sat down, because you're like, I need a fucking minute. Okay? You're like, I need a fucking minute. Your son was on, my son passed away. 7. I'm so sorry, Dimples. I truly am sorry for that. He was only 16. Prayers and light for him and for you and your family. Spirit, can you show me? So this family generational wealth and legacy comes out with the 10 of cups. I mean 10 of pentacles. Okay, this is like, you know, earth signs. You were building something. This family generational wealth and legacy, this journey. Thank you for the ice cream cones, my love. Okay, thank you, super vibes. With the 8 of wands, okay, you got some stuff that is going down here. Right, the page of swords in reverse. Let's look. Queen of pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Let's talk about it. With the king of pentacles and the 6 of cups, 2 people here already trying to get back. Okay, solidify something. With the king of wands, okay, there could be another person from the, listen, there's 3 kings here. For some of yous, something was underwhelming in a relationship, and now there's other people who could come in and offer you some type of situation, some type of commitment. Okay? If this was over commitment, I feel like this person, okay, but we're gonna clarify these, all right? And it was actually like this. Let me make sure I put it back the way it was. Okay, so let me get the deck to clarify. Spirit, can you show me for my earth signs, what is it that they need to know? Earth signs, do you think we can get over 20K likes before the end of the read? Yeah, it may not be a relationship. I always say friend, family, lover, could be work, okay? Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so this King of Pentacles that I said was at the bottom of the deck here, okay, masculine or feminine, we're only talking about the frequency. This person was more concerned with some type of stability, but they were not fucking stable, okay? I feel like you're the Empress and you draw abundance to you. Some of you could be pregnant, but this feels more like you magnify everything, okay? And when you manifest something, 9 times out of 10, that shit hits. It may take a little bit, but that shit hits. And so that's why when you were walking down the road towards this manifestation and that shit was like lackluster, right? That it was not as, it left you deflated. You like, okay, so who's responsible for this? Because I know it ain't me, because I always manifest on a frequency. My shit come in regular. Thank you guys for all the love. I greatly appreciate you. Right? You like, not me, babes, because when I come with my frequency, shit be popping, shit be hitting. So this means somebody else. So this makes me feel like you start looking around like, what's good? How the fuck did this happen? Soulmate frequency, friend, family, lover. There goes the Queen of Pentacles with the King of Wands. And the 10 of Pentacles. Somebody here talks a game, a good game, okay? Like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that, and the soulmate connection. Right? But it didn't hit the way it was supposed to. And then, it feels like earth signs is standing there like, you mean I walked all this way for this magnificent shit? I already had the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. It's underwhelming. You mean that I have to use my own 10 of Pentacles? It's something like, it didn't put you up. Okay, maybe it didn't set you back because you still showed up as the Empress. But you're like, yeah, but this shit is underwhelming as fuck. And I'm not really feeling this shit. Okay? Can we get the likes up, please, guys? I greatly appreciate you. 5 of Cups comes out with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Let me tell you what's going on now. It's like you said, listen, I'm not going to stand here. I sat down for a minute, cried over this fucking spilled milk. Like I said, thank you guys for all the love, right? Sit down and like, I'm tired. I don't walk down this fucking road anymore, right? Right? Like, this shit was mad underwhelming, right? The Ace. right? You're like, I could stand here and cry over these spilled milk. But I remember, right? I remember that when I manifest, shit always hits. So that means that it's you, or it's you, or it's you. So let me get the fuck up out of here. Might as well start my long ass walk so I can find something that's passionate that I can make hit, because this ain't it. With the Knight of Swords, I feel like somebody's like, what you mean this ain't it? Why ain't this good enough? Two of Pentacles. The Death card. You're like, what? So this person, it's like they're offering you something that is mad underwhelming. And they want you to be excited about this mad underwhelming shit. That lowball energy, right? They trying to lowball you, like lock in a deal or lock in something on a really low end, and you're like, but what do I get out of that? I see what you get out of that, but what do I get out of that? Okay, like I can do that shit by myself. Knight of Pentacles, if anything, you might have slowed me down. They don't like that, okay? So now they may have turned adoration into friction because you find it underwhelming. Okay? Taurus might be the most bougie out of the earth signs, right? So I'm gonna explain. It's not that we're not humble. It's not that we don't, we got everything got to be 5-star. But it's like effort and quality, right? So I'm gonna give you an example. You go out on a first date with a Taurus, okay? It's not that pizza can't be had for a first date, but you better find the brick oven best pizza joint that has the best reviews and the nicest pizza joint with the best pizza, not the most expensive pizza. That's not what I said. Okay? With the correct ambiance. And that would be a successful date. If you go to the pizza joint like Domino's or some shit like that, you're never going to hear from that person again. It's not about the amount of money. It's about the quality and the effort. Quality, not all, quality things are expensive, but they do take work. Okay, so whatever this fucking person is offering you lacks quality in your eyes. It's not a worthy or reciprocal offer in your eyes because you're the Empress and what you already have everything. I'm not saying that there's nothing that you could gain from anybody else, but it has to improve your life. It has to add to your life. Thank you so much for the lightning bolts, guys. It has to improve your life. All right? It ain't about that shit. Okay? So now the 8 of Wands, they communicating with you like they're holding back. Okay? 11:44 on the clock. They're holding back because what they're trying to communicate with you is like, oh, it's not good enough for you. Well, I'll just hold back. And you're like, don't threaten me with a good time because I'm the king of holding or the queen of holding back. And I will act as if I didn't even see you were communicating with me. Because like I said, the Empress she doesn't want to look down. Okay? She's not a look down on people person. Okay? But she does expect Okay, at the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. I feel like somebody, okay, listen, the Empress might feel like a little disrespected, okay? Like the Hierophant, like you didn't follow the rules or you didn't stay within the parameters of like what is acceptable, bruh. Okay? I feel like this person, you know, they may be trying to resist showing that they know this. Okay? But they're gonna fix that with the Hierophant, Chariot coming towards you, and the Justice card. They are gonna balance it out. Okay, right now they're acting like the Queen of Swords, like they're trying to act like, well, I don't care, but fucking lies. Okay, Five of Cups. What did I say? I didn't even have to look on the fucking lies, because if the Empress removes that abundant frequency that she be beaming all the time, like, you know what I'm saying? If you think that walk to that shit that was underwhelming, it's gonna be like passing a field, and as she walks, everything is fucking drying out as she walks away. Okay, so I feel like this person may already be kind of feeling that frequency, like, oh, okay. So I feel like this person doesn't want to show it because they don't want to seem weak, but they could actually be opening the door to something they don't want. Okay, yeah, everything catching on fire. She walks away, right? So here's the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, I feel like this person was giving you standoffish energy. Okay, I also feel like you're like, as I said, I'm not going to even look down to see that. Okay, and then the Page of Swords, you're like, and I'm not even gonna fucking block you. How about that? Because to block you would to be to show that I'm like affected, right? When I know that I'm the Empress, and you know, whenever I leave, they cry over spilled milk. Period. Okay, go about my business, and I'll go heal too. But if you think that I'm gonna exert my energy to like blocking you, you bugging. Because I'm going to come at this more like the Queen of Cups, okay? I'm not going to let what you got going on or what you're trying to project on me to affect my loving heart, okay? And then Nine of Swords, okay? I feel like this person, they are worried, okay? Because maybe they behaved as the Knight of Wands. Fuckboy energy, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be like they could have been coming in and out and not paying attention, right? King of Cups, but they really do have emotion. And remember, at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. And, you know, this is what they want, right? Six of Cups, get back to that. But then there's the King of Wands and the King of Cups. This person could be, you know, move your feet, lose your seat. They could be trying to be so stubborn towards the Empress that rather than getting the Empress to fall in line, they get her to look at what other options she may have, male or female, whoever's in the Empress energy, what are the options she may have, because it feels like she's underwhelmed with the offer to begin with. I feel like maybe if this person was going to do the standoff, they should have done it from a place of power. Because right now, it's not like the offer is so great that you're going to be like, oh, you know what? I can't live without this offer. Okay, earth signs. So I feel like you're telling somebody to ante up, but you're not saying it in your words. Okay, you're saying it by not. Tomorrow I will come on TikTok and I will do the subscriber questions that I didn't do this weekend because I was spending time with my grandson. So I will do that tomorrow, probably around 11 a.m. guys. Okay. Other than that, Patreon gang, I'm gonna do something separate for you guys as well. I just needed time with my grandson. Okay. So I just want to wish you all light and love. And blessings and blessings. Bye.